Hi, David Council from Inferno Marketing and Design, and this is another email update coming to you live from Melbourne this time. In a moment, I'm going to talk about 5 common mistakes that lots of people are making with their email signatures. But before I do that, let me just remind you, if you know someone who could use our help, well, could you put them in touch with us or us in touch with them? You see, we love helping people when it comes to advertising and marketing, and we really appreciate it when people give us a referral to someone else. And we get lots and lots and lots of these. In fact, I want to say thanks very much to Fred at Lifestyle Furniture, who gave me one just the other day. I swung along and saw someone, so Fred scored himself a bottle of wine. Because remember, that's what happens. If you put us in touch with someone else, regardless of whether or not we actually end up doing business with them, there's a bottle of wine in it from us to you just to say thanks very much. So please, if you know someone that could use help with advertising or marketing, tell us about them or them about us. Okay, let's talk about 5 common mistakes that people are making with email signatures. Now, after all, the average person gets about 50 emails a day. And if you're a big user, you're probably getting more like 100 plus a day. That's certainly the amount that I get. And just a quick tip before we start talking about email signatures, make sure that you put a good subject line into your emails. Otherwise, people just tend to look at it and go, yeah, I'll get to that. But if you put something in there that'll capture their attention, then they'll read it more quickly and your email will get a reaction more quickly. And that's what you want. You don't want to be waiting around for them to come back to you. So, what are these mistakes that people make with their email signatures? Well, the first one is including every possible way to contact you in an email signature. Once upon a time, that was a really good thing. But these days, there are just so many ways that people can contact you. Phone, mobile, fax, email, website, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, not too many to go through. So what you want to do is make sure that the email signature that you use is relevant for the email that you're sending and the person that you're sending it to. So don't just have one email signature, have a couple that you can choose from. In most email programs, you can just click on it and choose which email signature you want to use. And that is really, really important. And I find the less that you give them in terms of ways to contact you, the better it is, because it focuses people on contacting you the right way, the way that is best for you. So, for example, you don't want to be answering lots and lots of mobile calls and having all of your day burnt up just answering calls from the mobile. Then only put your office number down, especially if there's someone at the office that can deal with most of the questions that you're getting asked. See, if you're getting mobile phone calls and then you're either passing that back to someone else to do, it's wasting your time. It's not an efficient use of your time. So, cut down the amount of contacts that are on your email signature. The next one is having an image in your email signature. Now, once upon a time, that also was a great thing to do. I've done it. It's great. You get your logo in there, you make something look pretty. Well, there is a downside to that. A lot of email programs these days are stripping those images out, so people aren't getting to see them. Now, what you've got to do is make sure that your image has an alternate text behind it, and you set that up in the actual image itself. And that alternate text should contain your name and the contact details that you want someone to have if they're not going to see that image. Otherwise, all they're seeing is a little box with a red cross through it, and that's not good enough. Number 3, not designing for the small screen. Most people who are reading your emails are actually doing it on a mobile device, like an iPhone. So if your email signature is set up for computer size, then it's not shrinking down properly, and that's a problem, because then people are scrolling across the page. They're never going to read that. So what do? Make sure that there's a thumbnail version of it that comes up when it's seen on a mobile device. That's really important. Number 4, irrelevant information in your email signature. Now, on all of the emails that I send out, people will see that I always have a paragraph before the actual sign-off. I got one from someone the other day suggesting that I read their blog post. Now, that's a pretty big ask, but when you went to the blog post, it was totally unrelated to the information that was in the email. Irrelevant. It's irrelevant information. You don't need that. What are you going to do? Make sure that that little paragraph is relevant to that person. You will have seen mine, things like this week we're giving away $100 worth of free AdWords for everybody who signs up to an AdWords account. Or perhaps you can ask them to like your Facebook page. These are very general things, but you can also ask them specific things. If you're a shop that sells pumps, you might have a reminder in there that says, don't forget, we service pumps, and if you've got a firefighter pump, get it serviced before the fire season. That's relevant. So that's something that you should be putting into your email signature. And the other one, the last one, is having a stale sign-off. Oh dear, I see so many of these. Kind regards, yours sincerely. Regards. Boring, seriously. Have something that's reflective of you and the personality of your business. Something that's going to capture their imagination and show that you're not just dull and boring. If you're running a shop that sells musical instruments, then have something that's going to be contemporary for the people that you're selling musical instruments to, not just kind regards. That's just a bit boring. If you're in the musical instrument industry, you should be hip and happening. After all, that's who your customers are. Now, I'm not going to give you lots and lots of ideas as to what to put as that email signature, because I get thousands of emails every week and I know that I will start getting the same one from everybody. So have a think about it. Come up with something that is really unique for your business. Anyway, they're the 5 mistakes that lots of people are making with their email signatures. How many have you made with your emails? If you need help with your advertising and marketing, don't forget to give us a call. We love having a talk about that. But until next time, I'm David Council from Inferno Marketing and Design, and I look forward to talking to you in next week's email update.